pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Prometo lealtad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y la república que representa una nación bajo Dios, indivisible, con libertad y justicia para todos. Honra la bandera de Texas. Te prometo lealtad, Texas, un estado bajo Dios, uno e indivisible.
Today for lunch, you have a choice of grilled cheeseburger, mini corn dogs, or sun butter and jelly sandwich, and your vegetable is zingy crinkle fries. Happy birthday to any students or staff who are celebrating a birthday today.
Hi, Grandview Hills Eagles. It's Mrs. Jakey, your principal here. And I want to share something with you this morning that's super important to Grandview Hills, and it is our vision statement. Some of you might remember that you helped write it last spring. Listen very carefully because Miss Britt and Miss Jakey are going to eventually ask you for the really important words that are in it. Here we go. GHE Eagles are a diverse community of problem solvers who strive to be confident and compassionate leaders. As global thinkers, we inspire and empower each other to succeed by embracing lifelong learning, grit, and academic excellence. That's our vision statement, Eagles.
Hello, Eagles. I'm Sydney, and I got a Would You Rather for you. Would you rather always say what you are thinking about or be unable to speak ever again? I would always say what I'm thinking about. I love to talk because never speaking is just plain sad. Well, what would you rather do? Bye!
Good morning, Eagles. Happy Wednesday. Meet Mr. Sharkey. Really, he's not eating my hand. He looks like it, but see, my hand's still there. Boop, miracle. So today, Mr. Sharkey is going to help us think about our oceans and what we can do to think about a goal that would help our oceans. Last week, we talked about empathy with the mouse and how we need to talk about care and concern and knowing how others feel. Well, today I'm going to ask you to think about how all our ocean critters feel and what you can do to make it better, to make what we do here at school better for our oceans and for Mr. Sharkey. Did you know there's more people killed by bee stings than there are sharks? He really doesn't want to, bite people. He thinks you're a fish flopping around in the water. And then when he tastes you, he tries to spit you out because that's not what he wanted. He doesn't like human food. No. All right. So we're going to draw a crab because when you're curious about something and when you have empathy for something, sometimes that can enact change. So here goes Mr. Sharkey and I, and we're going to draw together, if you can see the chart, there we go. We're going to draw a circle. It's not a circle, it's more of an oval. And then up here, we're going to draw an eye. And up here, we're going to draw an eye. We're going to put little circles in it. Cool. And up here, we're going to make an open claw, just like that. Well, you can do yours your way too, but it needs to be open because we're going to put something inside that we can do to help our oceans. Life underwater. That's the global goal. Make another one of those up there. Is it good? And then we're going to have 3 legs on this side, 3 legs on this side, because they crawl around in the sand, don't they? Maybe I'll have to just put some little sand under here, or waves. And my Sharky's happy. It's not my Sharky, it's my crab. All right. And I want to put some eyebrows up here to show even more expression because I can't stand it. The Quest teacher in me wants to add more and more details. And maybe I add some little polka dots so we can see texture. Stop, Miss Wells. Miss Bartley, I'm going to ask you to cue that music. And we're going to put 2 things up here that we can do right here at Grandview Hills Elementary. What we can do to help protect our oceans. Because what we do here affects what happens a long way away. How can you make our oceans cleaner and safer for Mr. Sharky and all his friends? All right, cue that music. And we are going to draw things we can do right here at school. Okie doke. All right, Miss Bartley. One thing that Sharky wanted to tell you is that we need to recycle our crayons and markers when the ink gets all dry inside and they no longer color well. Do not put them in the trash because that's made of plastic. And Crayola will take all those markers back. And Miss Bertram in the front office, she has a box. And we can send all our markers there and we box them all up and we send them back so that they can reuse them and make them into a new and different product. So that's why that says right there, markers, send back. And then I know you know, but these plastic bottles that are called one-use, single-use bottles that are made of plastic, they stay in our oceans and in our environment for thousands of years because plastic does not break apart. And then he takes a big mouthful and all of a sudden he's got nasty plastic bottles in his tummy and that makes him sick. So on our water fountains, which we haven't been able to use, there are some fill stations. And so you can take your bottles at home that you have, and if you run out, you can go fill them in our fill stations. So that's exciting. I was so glad we've worked on trying to get those at Grandview for a long time. And then the shark says, ah! No, he says, thank you very much. And he can swim happily through the sea. And when he's happy, you're happy, I'm happy, the world is happy because every second breath we take, 1, 2, is given to us by the ocean and the plants that live in the ocean. And they can't make oxygen to give us breath if we don't protect the ocean's life under the sea. Bye, everybody.